Who got the win last night, Mazz, in net?
Well, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Stu Skinner got pulled.
Yeah, it wasn't Skinner. He got yanked. It was the backup for Edmonton. Whatever his name is, Ricard.
Exactly. I purposely forgot it because it doesn't matter. Because you people continue to overrate the goaltending.
Picard.
I thought you'd be dancing a little bit, Mazz, with your Stu Skinner take.
Oh, no, I'm dancing on the inside.
Okay. The Edmonton Oilers have leveled the series, and they've done it no thanks to Stu Skinner, who has been yanked in each of the last 2 games. And they've gone with their backup, Picard. What is it?
Calvin Picard.
Picard.
Who got a little lucky there in that overtime.
Sure did. Sam Bennett beat him glove side, deflected off the glove, off the crossbar. So be it, though. He was good. Picard was good. But it's all just a long way of saying, it's such a cliche. I just feel way too many people fall into the cliche. That's all about goaltending. It's all about the goaltender. You've got to have the goaltender. You've got to pay the goaltender. Blah, blah, blah. How often, how much more do you need to see that? I don't know if it's ever really been that way, but it certainly ain't that way right now. And what drove it home to me, Mazz, was a headline that I saw that I could not have written. I could not have written it any better. I could not have said it any better. And, well, it's these dopes. Whoever votes for NHL MVP gave Connor Hellebuck the Hart Trophy, meaning the league MVP is Connor effing Hellebuck.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the Vezina, but the Hart Trophy, the league MVP. Not Connor McDavid, not Leon Draisaitl, not, was it Kucherov in Tampa was the other finalist? I don't even know who the other finalists were. Not some 100.50-goal stud. They gave the MVP to the effing goalie in Winnipeg, who I think has been to 1 conference final in his life. Maybe 2, but I think 1. He certainly hasn't been to any Stanley Cup final. Never mind won a Stanley Cup. Never mind a 4 Nations or anything like that. Who's won exactly diddly-do.
Big stats in the regular season. Yeah, he's like American Rask is what he is.
Connor Hellebuck became just the 5th goalie in NHL history to win the Vezina and the Hart in the same season. Carey Price, Jose Theodore, Dominic Hasek did it twice, and Jacques Plante back in 61-62.
But yeah, last time was Price 10 years ago, I believe it was.
Headline: Hellebuck of Jets surprised with Hart and Vezina while fishing. I could not have written that better myself. Hellebuck of Jets surprised with Hart, Vezina while fishing. Exactly. While fishing.
Well, it is the off season.
Not for everybody.
For him it is. You better believe it's time to start winning Stanley. It's time to start winning something, which means this guy's fishing. And it's just everyone. It's so stupid. Connor Hellebuck as the league MVP. And it's so stupid the way most you people talk about goaltending and continue to. They're not worth the money. They're not worth the spend. Of course, if you get bad goaltending, you're porked. Obviously. Duh. But don't you realize by now, you don't have to pay for it. You don't have to draft it. You don't have to spend on it. And if you do, you're probably porked. Probably not always. But the Oilers are finding it out right now. Stu Skinner sucks. And the guy behind him probably sucks more. And he might just win the Stanley Cup.
Picard.
So that's my opening take. 617-779-0985. Who wants to go next?
Murray.
So up in Canada on TSN yesterday, Pierre LeBrun, an NHL insider, reading from him on Twitter, Fenway Sports Group, quote, seemingly wants out of Penguins ownership after buying them in 2021. Mario Lemieux's group, not the only one trying to buy the Penguins. Now, seemingly wants out after just 4 years. For Penguins fans, I would imagine this is music to their ears. But I want to know what the hell happened here, because it's 4 years. Why did these idiots make the purchase in the first place if you're trying to get out this quickly? And is it maybe because they thought they'd contend more because they had one of the studs in the league and Sidney Crosby? It hasn't worked out the way that they wanted. So now with that and a piss-poor team, a kind of a dump of a stadium, they're like, we're good. But really, more importantly, the reason I want to bring it up, can we please, we all hear something like this with Fenway Sports Group regarding the Red Sox? Because I know I would like it, because it feels like they don't care about them anymore. If you don't care about the hockey team, stop caring about the Red Sox too. Because enough with the blowing smoke up our ass and just all the mess that's going on at the front office and the mutiny that feels like it's going on with the manager and the front office. It's a mess. I would like to have ownership that cares again, kind of like how this group used to care about them 20 years ago. So that's really my dream here. I read this and it's like, okay, they screwed up the Penguins. Good for Penguins fans. They're going to get out. Let's hear this about the Red Sox with Fenway Sports Group.
Mazz.
So within the last couple of days, there have been some speculation regarding trades in Major League Baseball. Jim Bowden, for one, said he believes the Red Sox will trade an outfielder and already cited Jarren Duran as a potential guy to be moved at the deadline. There's been some internet speculation that I saw on X, formerly known as Twitter, about Jarren Duran even potentially going to the Atlanta Braves in exchange for Chris Sale. Thanks, but no thanks. Okay, that's number one. And just let me get this off to the side. I'm not trading Duran, who has 3 years before free agency. He's not eligible for free agency until 2029. For a guy with an injury history who's going to be gone in 2 months for a team that's probably not ready to win the World Series anyway. But the bigger point for me is this. I said this way back when I would have traded Duran during the offseason. I would have traded Casas during the offseason, which brings me to my bigger point on the Red Sox is why do I feel like they are always reacting and not proacting? They're behind on everything. So now Roman Anthony's here, Christian Campbell's here, Marcelo Meyer's here, and everybody knows they have too many players and they're going to have to move guys, which devalues some of the guys they have on the roster. Point number two, there was a story in Major League Baseball today, and this speaks to the same thing, that a story concerning Major League Baseball, that there is greater drag on the ball this year. And that some of the, testing on the baseball indicates the ball's flying about 4 or 5 feet less on fly balls to the outfield. Home runs are down in permanent or full use baseball facilities. The point being is that this all makes sense because baseball wants more balls in play. Meanwhile, what's going on with the Red Sox? They can't put the ball in play. They strike out more than any team in the game, pretty much. I always feel like they're behind. They are a step behind in everything. Whatever direction something is going in, they're lagging behind, and it's been that way for 6 years.
Okay, a lot of Red Sox on the board tonight as the Yankees come to town in a series that could salvage the Red Sox season. So we'll get into a lot of details on that as we go forward, but now we're going to turn it over to you as we do here on Agenda Free Friday. Colt in Situate, lead us off. What do you got for us?
Yeah, so I was one of these guys defending Cora for a while, but the other night after he got ejected, I realized that I was doing a better job defending him than he was defending the team and caring about the team. So when I realized that, I was like, you know what? Screw this guy. He can get out of here. So you know what? I'm done with him. Get him out of here.
Okay, I think more and more people are coming around to that point of view. The team, I don't know, is. Interesting to hear what Holly said the other day.
Yes.
But because he, can be informed, certainly more informed than guys like us. So who knows? Maybe it is in play. It would surprise me, but it should be. It should be in play. He hasn't done a great job, and his engagement level isn't. I think it's kind of obvious. It isn't what it once was. Jason in Brooklyn. Yes, Jason.
Hey, boys. Just wanted to talk about the finals and the cup. I don't understand. These companies, all they do is complain they're losing money, and then when they pay somebody like Stephen A. $14 million a year, they didn't put him on after Game 3 the other night. I couldn't believe it. The game ends. It's on ABC, so they say go to SportsCenter for postgame or ESPN. So I go to ESPN, and it's some schleprox covering it, and J.B. Bickerstaff, who's not going to say anything because he's still a coach. And then Van Pelt comes on, and they still don't put Stephen A. on. They got to interview Murthin or whatever his name is. And then with the Cup Finals, great in-game broadcast, but my God, is that studio show horrendous. I mean, Bissonnette's a clown. Gretzky's completely useless.
Useless.
Lundqvist doesn't say anything.
Useless.
Gretzky's useless.
He is.
How do we fix this? How do we fix this, boys?
Right,
Thanks.
so I'd like the
Bring on his daughter.
I think that TNT was trying to duplicate what they do in basketball with personality and whatnot, but people don't realize the key to the basketball group is that they're really critical, and the basketball analysis is excellent. Kenny Smith is either really diving in or Charles Barkley or Shaquille O'Neal were ripping someone on top of all the grab ass. So it's not just the grab ass. The hockey, Bissonnette's grown on me a little bit. I think Bissonnette brings you okay analysis. I think Gretzky brings you nothing.
Zero.
Nothing.
He's a giant zero. He's the bad one on the TV set.
He can be occasionally good. He was talking about how he hated the icing. I think it was as they headed into overtime in either game 1 or 2, and how it ended up blowing up in Florida's face. I think it was the Corey Perry tying goal to lead into game 2 last Friday. He occasionally has little nuggets of knowledge, but for the most part, useless.
I missed it. I missed that particular bit of commentary. All I get from him is it's going to be tough if they go down 3-1 in this series. Like that kind of thing. Surface gloss level, like I got it, Wayne.
And his energy level sucks.
Blows.
Not a lot of energy there.
Sucks.
Blows. I like Anson Carter as a guy, nice guy. I don't think he brings anything. I can't remember a single thing Anson Carter has ever said.
That's how I feel about Lundqvist, too. Easy on the eyes, but, geez, he doesn't say much.
Another beautiful man to look at, but all he's going to give me is kind of a defense of what the goaltender did. Don't need it. They have another guy there who's up. Hot bleep. I can't remember his name. He's funny. It was pretty good. But whatever. It's not a great panel. It's not.
Better.
It's not. And I don't know what to tell you. I mean, the NHL, it doesn't matter what channel the NHL is on because no one really watches it either way. You're either just hardcore hockey and you're watching it or you're not. But
the series has been awesome.
It's been terrific. And it's kind of buried on TNT. And it's like, you wish it was more. It always felt bigger on NBC. And I thought their studio show, when they got rid of Millbury, was useless. But it felt big. It gave you the NBC treatment. And it felt like, even though, again, no one was watching, it just doesn't matter. But it's just sort of buried on TNT, which what are you going to do? But the series has been terrific. And the fact that it's it's the second straight year, you're building some identifiability. You're really getting really getting to know the teams and the repeat storylines and those sort of things. I think it's been tremendous.
No, great. Like off the charts good. Really, there's been one game that was a dog. The others were all decent. And 2 of them were spectacular.
3 or 4 have gone to overtime.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, correct.